Hey, I installed Subwoofer on my Tesla. Take a look. Okay, so in the further videos you will see how I install this in step by step. Okay, here we go. Basically, whole assembly sits on MDF board. This is top part. You see on the edges I did some openings, and the bottom part you will see later. I can show you now how it will fit in the car. So I try to keep everything as a factory. I didn't cut and put anything extra on the factory like frame in order to otherwise I can just remove everything and then just put as a factory default. So yeah, that was the top part, and this is the bottom part. I'll try to fit one more time to see how it's gonna look like. There's some wires underneath, which is factory cablings. I did some cutout to remove those things. And also, I just want to let you know that also I run wire from rear right door panel for speaker level output. You see that just a white cable, and also power, which is comes from underneath of the seat. And this is my amplifier, which is Alpine 4-channel amplifier. It has speaker level input, so I don't have to install additional LOC converters to connect to RCA jacks. So speaker level input allows you also avoid to running amp turn on wire because it sends the input and turn on the amp. Otherwise, you have to, if your amp does not support speaker level inputs, you have to install additional LOC converter and maybe run somehow amp turn on wire on on other side of the amplifier. See, this is the bottom part of my uh, board. I try to make as exact size, otherwise you will see more gaps. But as you see, it sits well. If I put the screws, it will be more uh, even. I'm using dumpling material. It's like self-adhesive to stick on the side of the walls. You will see later. And also I'm using also closet cell expandable foam to fill all the air gaps because as you know the subwoofer needs like a closed airtight space in order to have much better sound. Of course this way the accomplishment is not gonna replace that with speaker subwoofer installed on the box, but I decided to go this route because I want to reserve my space in the trunk. And also, as you see, there is a lot of things in cavity in the tank. And also, I'm using this roller to basically make the adhesive stick on the side walls better. So I can also send or put the links on my script below the video below. You can purchase those parts. So as you see, I've mostly done that installing the damping material. It's very easy. You just cut it out, and put it there, and also I'm going to use this foam to cover the gaps. I did already. I purchased this one from Home Depot. As you see, it's kind of messy a little bit now. That's just because I'm not going to touch the droppings because if you touch it, it will be more messier. So later on when it's dry out, I'll take it out everything. So this is like covering basically all air holes that you see. Let's take a look how I took the ground cable. That this bolt was there from factory. Okay, so this is the original part that I cut it actually, but I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna cut new piece because this hole location is not ideal, not a good lining. It has no good lining. You see that I already mark it, I guess 3/4 inch MDF from Home Depot, and also that foam also I purchased from Home Depot. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do new measurement and start cutting out. using a Ryobi tool you see in the future. These extra pieces meant to glue on the edges of this board in order to have evenly distributed seat on the car frame. You will see later how it look like. As I said, this project is like this board has just the two pieces, the top one, bottom one, and also the middle part, which interconnect each other and also serves as a platform to install amplifier. I use threaded screws, threaded holes. Basically, that's in that way you will have better um, attaching, more stronger attach amplifier to the board, and it won't be loose. And also that threaded holes will serve also interconnect between middle board and the top board. Okay, you see here I already make market new cutout. I'm gonna use also drill a couple of holes on the sharp edges, basically about 90 or less edges, because my tool will not able to rotate and change the angle very sharply. So please take a note. I never done this type of job before, so this is my kind of second attempt. So you might do better than me, but just I'm gonna show you. This is just an idea how you can improve your car sound. As you see, I already cut the holes. This is my tool that I'm gonna use. As you see, I already cut the part. What I'm gonna do next is just basically use sanding machine like a oscillating tool and even the edges and make more nice. Also match the lines that I draw. I also use the Ryobi oscillating tool. Those are tools that are kind of handy, and if you purchase the set, you will do all the necessary stuff: cutting, sanding, drilling, and so on. Okay, so main pieces is cut it already, as you see. So now I'm going to make this part. So basically, the purpose of this basically to retrofit existing Tesla compartment on the backside without modifying or cutting or doing anything else. The purpose of that's because if I decided to put everything back as a factory, so I can just remove this top part and put all original liners and parts back. So this is basically, this part is basically there's a bolt on the frame, the rear bumper, basically where it's attached to a cable tied. So basically making space for that bolt. Right, that's all for now. Okay, now most important part. So I'm gonna cut speaker part. It is 10-inch hole. So the decision made to shift from original one a little bit down because I want to cut also the liner inside of the Tesla and then install like very nice spinning wheel. So it was the location was okay to install the speaker and everything, but if I install the spinning wheel, it don't feel well. So that's why I decided to move a little bit down. And I'm going to keep all original previous part that I cut it. So this is the bottom part, and this part will connect each other. This part, this piece basically does two things. The amplifier will be mounted here. You see, I put threaded holes here, and also these threaded holes also attach to this top part. Makes twice stronger. A part of that I'm going to glue it also, and also add a couple of more screws. And the bottom part will be attached to this. You will see later, right? So we're ready to go. So I drill a hole, you see. Now I'm gonna do nice round cut. I'm sorry, just want to remind, I never done this before, so you can try. It's quite a fun project. We'll see how it goes. Bye. Right, so I cut the hole already. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little bit even. I use my sanding machine tool. So I'll just make it nice and smooth and even. We'll see. Okay. So the top part cut almost done, and as you see, I also added some other layers of MDF on the edges because this is how it sits on the surface. So the main purpose is basically to have airtight enclosure, airtight cover basically. So what I'm gonna do later, I'll add some rubber on the corner in order to sit very well and tight. So this is like preliminary surface. So I will make it nicer and smoother. So this is how I, according to my measurement, the part will be. Right. Also, please take a look what inside looks like. So as you see, I put that foam, and also this is like sound like dampening material layer. So I'm closing all the gaps. I'll make my more nicer and smoother. So you see this one, I close the hole here because I don't like any I don't want any air gap. It will affect your subwoofer performance. And now it's kind of, if you even hit, you see how it is before like ringing. Now it's like kind of damped sound. I will maybe add more. So let's see how it fits. Okay. All right. This is how the top part will look like. Yeah. It's interesting and challenging job. See, there's a gap here, another gap here, this one. This is I intentionally left in order to disconnect the power, but I will cover later on. Yeah, I will also put some clothing on this on top to like make it look nicer. And there is a C hole here, so this I'm gonna make a hole and attach here, and other screws will be on the edge. Some couple of on the top, and also yeah, I will cap this one. Right. Please take a look. I also just added the top level, the bottom part. See how it look like. Still some gaps on the underneath. Some of them will be covered by fabric. I'm gonna put on that, and yeah, I guess I have to deal with it. Let's find out how I'm gonna do that. Okay, so as you see, the amplifier board already installed. The way that I did is I purchased this guy. This is the 12-volt sets. I use the longer ones, which goes all the way from here to here and attach each other. I also put the glue, and also I'll put a couple of screws in between. This will serve two roles. Attach these pieces together, and also I can attach amplifier these holes. So as you see, this one is the short ones. Those are the long ones which connect each other. Let me show you.
front side, you don't see anything. So the bottom part will be attached. This is how it looks like. Okay, now I'm just going to apply adhesive because I'm gonna put. I purchased also the liner, same color, which I will put here. Let's go. Okay, so the liner is also attached. As you see, I just put the couple of staples around, and also put the adhesive, which also purchased from Home Depot. So let's see if it fits. Alright, alright, beautiful. See how that looks like. So also, I'm gonna also install this one, which will fit spin. And as you see, when it spins, these beautiful lights will come up. So I think it will be pretty good. Let's see. Okay, so this is how it's look like. As you see, longer on that side. It's just because when I connect the bottom part, I will put screws here, and it will be hidden under this carpet, so it won't be visible. That's why I use this one a little bit longer. So take a look. This looks nice, and I'm pretty excited. This is first time I'm doing such a job, but it look to me good. Let's see. Now maybe I'll mount the amplifier. As you see, the threaded holes are there. Until I also, yeah, by the way, I purchased from Home Depot. You see this the rubber, so I'm attaching this rubber to this edge again for being more airtight. So I'll wait until that it's dry. I put still adhesive there, and also I need to think how I can seal this gap right here. There's gonna be a gap here. Let's see. Right, so far so good. Which will help amplifier be more stable, because the generally you don't want to amplifier be in the same surface, because when the speaker vibrates, it will vibrate the amplifier as well. So that's what I'm thinking. Maybe this is good to put this one underneath. So originally I have these plastic parts. Show you. See this thing. That's original. I put it this one because of having air vent underneath to also amplifier to be more cooler. But now I'm thinking maybe it's worth it to install these guys. Let's see. Okay, amp is mounted. This is how it looks like. I decided to put the plastic instead of the rubber because it's too soft. It will loosen again. Also, please don't forget to put underneath the lock washer, because on the vibration it can be loosed. Okay. And another thing I suggest, if you have amp like this, the control part put here, because if you want to do adjustment, you don't want to disassemble everything. So you can just remove the subwoofer and just do the adjustment, right? And the power goes this side. I already have the cables connected here. I just need to attach it. Okay, so this top part is almost done. As you see, amplifier already mounted. I put the speaker cable. I'm using bridge amplifier, bridge channel from the 3 and 4. This is power already connected. yeah, I'll show you where it's connected on the under the seat. There is also fuse, of course. Now I remove the fuse, so because of safety. So I will put this one on the top. And one thing I marked a hole for to touch this factory hole here, but not sure if it fits. Otherwise, I will play with it, and also I will put couple of screws here, maybe here as well, and also I put this one as an isolator to fill the gap. We'll see. Yeah, yeah. Underneath. Pretty excited. And also I will use low pass filter because it's just a sub, and gain as well I will adjust later. Let's see how it performs first. And also when I run the wire, this is speaker level. This comes from directly from door panel, like I said. Not sure the polarity. I will play with it and see which one is which actually. Right. Okay, this is how it looks like. So install a couple of screws on the top, a couple of them in the bottom. There's also attach this guy like this, the bottom part. I'm so excited to do this actually. Kind of want to do very quick because I want to see the result. So take a look here. It's like nice, no gap, just a little gap here. I'll figure out how to do. But overall, look good. Just a little bit on the top. I will also do something there. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to have good sound, there's no gap should be there. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm gonna install now speaker. See how it performs, and then maybe I'll do some adjustment, and then put it back. And later on, I'm gonna cut this one here. Okay. Now, as you see, I measured the how I'm gonna cut the liner. This is kind of measured for me. It goes exactly a little bit smaller than this, so I guess it will be best like very tight. I'm gonna cut a little bit and see how it's gonna work. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit tight, but let's see. Okay. Guys, I'm so excited that forgetting to record the steps. So what I do basically, I install this wheel, nice, and using the hot glue gun to fix between. See, we need to fix very tightly, otherwise it will burn out. And also there is a light for trunk. I'm going to connect this wire where to lit this LEDs. You will see when I open the trunk, this wheel will spin and nice blue color will come up. Right? Right.